All right, next, conceptualization, or another way to understand this complex social problem. Think of it as a kind of inner Cossack therapy, which connects people with more tribal states of mind through socially sanctioned lawlessness. Imagine if people were given permission to run around engaging in constant acts of terror and sabotage against private citizens, under full protection of the authorities and with zero negative impact on their identity or reputations. Leaving aside who we think we are as a society, what would people get out of this therapy? It's an opportunity to release negative energy, to act on desires and appetites which civil society requires us to suppress, to experience deep bonding through defeating a symbolic threat or enemy, to increase social status, to connect with a greater source, to feel a sense of strength, energy, and purpose. Simply put, being unleashed upon a selected underclass makes people from all walks of life feel amazing for short periods of time. You see, the therapy, so to speak, comes at a price, in that a person must literally lose all rights and become fodder. The dehumanization that's required to allow normal folks to enjoy these benefits is often life-destroying for the target. The surveillance state gains from all of this as well, in that they can build loyalty by providing this service to the population, while also fostering greater obedience and conformity through the weaponized mobs it commands. Finally, giving license to members to act out in these ways has the effect of pacifying them. As a target, I've observed many dark sides of this therapy. Here are 4 of the main ones. The ability for these people to go out and do this to others soon becomes a precious right to them, far more precious than the human and civil rights we're supposed to believe in. And continued access to the target is something participants will aggressively fight for using increasingly nefarious means. 2. As participants get sucked in deeper and deeper, in their minds, what they're doing gets transformed from rights violations into a heroic struggle against tyranny, even though they are now technically agents of oppression meant to protect the high-tech criminal mafia from threats. This in particular is something I never would have believed possible in this time and place if it were not actually happening. 3. It is behavior straight out of the worst episodes of history, carried out by the very folks who should know better than anyone else. 4. The single most disturbing insight this behavior teaches us is something few are able to face, that our modern progressive citizens nonetheless have secret desires to possess an underclass created specifically to terrorize, abuse, blame, and to help make themselves feel less powerless and miserable. This should be impossible based on who we are, but is somehow possible thanks to several factors, including the secrecy and the fact that this underclass, built on a case-by-case basis, flies under social justice radar.